Hello everyone. In my last video, I talked about why KWIC is useful for ESL teachers and how to create a login. Before we begin, make sure you're logged in. I'm already logged in, so if you have not created an account, please go and check out the first video. The first search I'm going to do is a quick search. In blue, you will see the acronym KWIC, which stands for Keyword in Context. Click on this tab. Quick searches indicate what all the different parts of speech are within a text. Say you're teaching a class and a student asks you, how do you use the word rise in a sentence? Well, you can use this type of search to show them. This box here is your search box. This is where you want to type in the word you want to investigate, which in this case, I'm going to use rise. This box under here organizes the search for you alphabetically. You can organize it to the left or you can organize it to the right. Click on the dashes for how many spaces you want it to organize. I'm going to click on 2 just for this search. And now to do the search, click on keyword in context. Okay, this is our results page. The text you see here are concordance lines for rise. These are lines that are taken from the corpus that allow a user to see clearly how a word is being used in different contexts. As you can see, rise is in the middle column. The different colors represent a different part of speech. For example, blue represents nouns, green represents adjectives, yellow represents prepositions, orange represents adverbs, and pink represents tense and modals. Notice that the middle column also has different colors to represent different parts of speech. If you look in the middle column, you can see right away whether rise is being used as a verb, a noun, an adjective, or any other part of speech. You will notice that the words are grouped together alphabetically to the right of rise. Clicking on 2 spaces to the right will organize both columns alphabetically and group the words together. Okay, let's think back to that question that your student asked. How do you use rise in a sentence? Because we organized the results by 2 spaces, you can see that we have prepositions here, adverbs, more prepositions. Prepositions look like they're very common. More prepositions, adverbs. We could conclude that there are different types of prepositions that occur after rise and also adverbs. Let's go to the upper right corner again. Click on the asterisk in gray to clear the search. Now click on 2 spaces to the left. And click on Resort to get your new data. Now let's look to see if we can find any patterns. Well, it looks like there's a little bit of everything here, but the conclusion that we can draw is that sometimes rise is being used as a noun because a is in front of it, and sometimes it is being used as a verb. If your students are making errors with a particular word, show them these concordance lines in black and white and have them find patterns. You can ask them to list all the prepositions after rise and then make their own sentence using rise and one of the prepositions. This may help them to recognize how the word is being used. Now let's transition to a different type of search where we use the chart function. Click on Search at the top here. This will take you back to the search page. Click on Reset to clear your previous search. Now click on Chart to go to the chart search. The chart function provides bar graphs that represent the frequency of a term in a variety of texts. Say you are teaching a writing class and you want to teach your students how to use connectors such as but and however. Your students use casual language in their writing and you want to show them the difference between how often but and however are used in spoken and written texts. To show this comparison, type however into the search box. To get the results, click on the tab See Frequency by Section. Now that we have our bar chart, you can see that however is used less frequently in spoken text and more frequently in academic texts. If you click on the bar itself, you can see the context. Now we have our concordance lines for however. We have 100 results. Now let's go back to the previous page by clicking on Chart. In the first column, we see sections: spoken, fiction, magazine, newspaper, and academic. Down here, we have dates. If you want to see the sections broken down into its subgenres, click on one of the sections. I'm going to click on academic. Here we have our subgenres. As you can see, there's history, education, geography and social sciences, law, humanities, philosophy, science and tech, medicine, and also miscellaneous. And again, you can click on one of these bars for more context. I'm going to click on this first bar just to show you again that you can click on the bar. Now we have our concordance lines for however within academic texts related to history. And these all come from the year 1990. It also tells you what kind of history. This one is social studies, and then down here we have foreign affairs. Now go back to search. Then press See Frequency by Section. Now we are back on the original search. In this second column, you will see the frequency. In the third column is the size, and in the fourth column, per million. Now let's do the other search with but. Go back to the home page using search. And this time type in but. And click on See Frequency by Section. Now we have different results. But is used more often in spoken texts and less frequently in academic texts. That concludes our video. Now that you know how to do a quick search and a search with the chart function, you can create your own materials. Both of these functions can be used for any ESL class. They're versatile functions, so it's up to you to implement them into your class.
Be sure to check out the next video in this series. We're going to cover how to search for collocates in coca.